What is up, ladies and gents? We are back. I'm the Guitarist562 and I do video game guides and walkthroughs, and in today's video we're going to be talking about Throne and Liberty. It's going to be coming out on the 18th. Currently it is the 16th, so if you're looking forward to playing it, you can download it now. I would suggest downloading it. It's honestly one of the best games of the year in my humble opinion. I've played it, I've put countless hours into it. I do predict that it's only going to last about 3 to 6 months, maybe more if you really want to stick around. But currently, depending on how quickly Amazon releases more content, it'll last for sure a solid 6 months. But most players, once the first and second siege finish up, it'll start to immediately plateau and dwindle down. But yeah, if you're worried about the pay-to-win system mechanics, it's not going to be that bad. People like to complain, but as long as there's a game, there's always going to be a complainer. So don't, listen to that. I've played the game for about, like I said, 6 months, and I didn't really spend all that much money into it. So compared to like what I consider a whale, which is 1,000 plus, I probably spent less than 20 to 30 bucks. It's not that bad. I feel like you can do that with the founders pack. And I had 3 fully leveled, 1 fully traded character, and definitely usable in PvP in ranked arenas, and I had all the weapons completely +9, multiple weapons fully traded as well. So it's definitely doable, but if you don't pay with money, you pay with time. And a lot of people ask, can you do this game and commit minimal time? And you can, especially since it's going to be in North America. You can get off work and then just contribute your minimum time of like an hour to 2 hours tops, and you'll be all right. You can play more, but honestly you don't really have to. So the cool thing about this is that they're going to have new systems in place where you can earn Lucent. I saw that, I read it here. You can actually earn Lucent through PvP events, or additional methods to earn Lucent may be introduced later, which I found that very interesting. Let's see, early access, that's another thing that you need to know, is that before the game comes out you get 5 days, but the key thing to see here is to maintain fairness. Separate early access and launch servers will be provided with restrictions on transferring between them initially. So that means 5-day head start may not seem like a big deal for most, but if they both have the same milestone or different milestones, it'll make a huge difference on what they can or can't get, and how it would impact or cross-server PvP events. For example, like in Korea, they have a rift with, for example, you have Elowen server, and then you could fight people from Callus or Greedle, and if they have a 5-day head start, that means they have a week head start, and who knows what they have had access to within that week. It could be anything, remotely. It could be gear, it could be content, it could be stuff that they can buy with Abyss coins. If you've played in Korea, you know what I'm talking about. Or maybe they'll have a head start on getting Arc Boss loot. It's not a big deal when it's just maybe like if it doesn't include that, but that makes a huge difference in the overall health of the game, is how balanced that is, because those Arc Boss weapons really can make or break the balancing system in terms of wars and small scale fights and mid scale fights. Anyways, moving ahead, it's going to come on the 18th to the 23rd. You can create a character. Remember, I think you need to be like level 10, I believe, or 8 before you can actually create a guild. It costs, I think, 36,000 or 32,000 or 30,000 soul to create a guild. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. But it's going to be a lot of fun, and a lot of people are asking whether I'm going to be in East or West. I'm going to be in both, and I'm probably going to do the early access for West. I am a West Coast player after all, but I do want to play with my East Coast friends. So like I had in Korea, I had 3 separate accounts, so I'm probably going to have 3 separate accounts for NA West as well. So I'll have one in West, East, and then who knows, maybe I'll be in Japan. But my goal for release is not to be hyper competitive, just casually competitive. So I'll join an alliance, etc., because it's just a lot of work to maintain 300 to 500 to thousands of people, and it's just exhausting because you want to be able to touch grass. And in games like this, you need to have a lot of people under your belt and a lot of relationships, connections, etc. And if you don't have connections or people to back you, then you're not going to do well on the PvP events. However, if you stay away from the PvP events, you still can enjoy the game, because a lot of the game is PvE focused, but you're just gonna have to stay away from like rifts, guild wars, when I say GVGs, and I guess the siege. But I mean, those are pretty beneficial, because if you win those, you can get, you know, 30 million to 40 million solent, up to 1k to 3,000 lucent per guild member, and those stack every 2 weeks over time. So solent's one of the best things in the game. Not hard to, you know, come by. But yeah, just want to give you a quick rundown of some of the announcements. Let's see if there's another one I have. Let me double check. Let's see, they have a Starborn character. Oh, they have it right here. Throne of Liberty introduces the new 3v3 cost server arena, which is cool. I like it a lot. My only concern is the fact that people do start win trading already. I couldn't get into multiple games in ranked because once a queue would pop, it would instantly drop, because you can already tell if someone's looking and farming for a specific person. But the cool thing is Korea is actually implementing a change for that if you deny it or don't accept it, you can't queue for a game for a substantial amount of time. So that's a cool fix that they're going to be adding to promote more people to actually, you know, commit to accepting the queue. Because it was frustrating playing multiple games and then you're trying to climb up the ladder and then you have to face other people that are just win trading. It's a lot of fun, and you can have the limit of, for example, it's not going to be staff dagger, staff dagger, staff dagger. You can have 2 of the same staff dagger, but that's the max, and then 1 different one. So I like this because it provides a flexibility on the types of builds that you can bring in. You can have a paladin and 2 DPS. The current meta right now is SNS wand with 2 Bellandir crossbow users with the dagger, or a great sword dagger with SNS wand along with the staff dagger or longbow dagger. So there's a lot of room for different team comps, but you know, at the end of the day, it's a lot of fun. So and it has buffs and penalties, so which is really cool. Like I just mentioned in a previous video, you have attack buff of 20%, you have the invisibility cloak, and you also have the defense buff of absorbing 6k damage for people that are under geared. And the cool thing is there's normal and there's ranked, so if you play normal, you can not worry about it and just play with friends. You can actually have 3v3 friend, and normals is just PvP for fun without having to worry about ranked. And believe it or not, ranked is actually much more, it pops more often than that. And let's see, I have this other announcement here. They've been going crazy with announcements. Like, they've been quiet for a while, but now they have a lot of these. During the event, developers shared some of the upcoming dates for Throne of Liberty. One of them is New Zone, which will arrive on August 21st. I think this is when I'll revisit and play the game again in Korea. The new region is called Talandre, which features let's see, the new region is almost equal in size to 2 of the base ones and will offer 6 players 6 locations, 3 open and 5 cooperative dungeons, 4 world bosses, and 2 new arc bosses at the same time. The maximum character level will be increased to 55, and you can watch a trailer below. Let's see, what's another announcement that I have here. If you haven't already, please join the Discord. I have it all here. I will be giving you guys all the info that you need for the game, because my goal is to help as many people as possible and not gatekeep information. So this is just character customization, etc, etc. Not really a big announcement, as this is Talandre, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So it's gonna be a great way for everyone to get to, you know, involved. Again, by far this game is one of the most interactive community-based games that I've ever played. So you have a buddies of 50 to 100 to 1,000. It really depends on what you want to do. So this is the schedule for the release. Open data pre-downloads happen. Open beta goes live on the 18th. The first arc boss will happen on the 20th at 7 p.m. for West Coast. East Coast, you know, obviously will be, you know, your respective times. Local daily conquest battle begins. I believe that's Siege on the 20th, and then the 23rd, or I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that's Siege, but I could be wrong. Open beta ends. I'm not sure if they're gonna do what they did last time, where they bump everybody up to level 50. I think I saw an announcement. They said they will not, but yeah. Let's see. Battle for Bonanza Stone, Battle for Breakstone. I think these means like Rift and Boon Stones. But that's it for today's video. Just wanted to give you guys a quick update. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Again, I am hosting a meeting tomorrow, Wednesday at 6 p.m. Today is Tuesday, so I will just talk to everybody that wants to play on West and East tomorrow, and we could just link up and I can answer as many questions as possible. I am not going to go as hard because everything will get deleted. I'm just going to be there to be a personal Google for a short bit every single day and just kind of guide everybody to up to speed to what's going on in the game. So thank you guys for watching, and as always, stay